Okay, good morning to you.
Morning.
Let's just roll right into it then, Chrissy. So why don't you just go ahead and tell me who you are and what you do, and we can start from there.
All right. So my name is Chrissy Gibbs. I am a military spouse. Obviously, that's what brought me here to Grafenwoehr. And then also, I am a group fitness instructor, and I'm the owner of SLAM Grafenwoehr. So I think that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, that is definitely what we're going to talk about. So I want to know how you got involved in SLAM and how that program is different from just people just going to the gym, for example,
Yeah.
and just give me kind of the background on how you got involved.
Okay. So SLAM actually stands for Sweat Like a Mother. And so it's a stroller-friendly fitness class. So I actually have 4 children. And so it appealed to me in that way because you're able to bring your kids with you to the fitness class.
Oh,
I first learned about it at SLAM Leavenworth, which is in Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. I happened to have a close friend that was in Kansas when I moved there. You know, that doesn't always work out, but sometimes you already know somebody because it is a small military. You tend to cross paths more than once. And she was a SLAM instructor, and she kept encouraging me to come. And I'm not gonna lie, I moved there in March and they were working out outdoors. It was so cold. And so I was like, I don't think that's for me. I'm just gonna keep doing my workouts in my basement and I'm okay, you know. And those like 3 or 4 months that I like fought her or, you know, like decided not to go, I regretted them. It was like, I didn't actually know people in my area, and, you know, I wasn't really trying to get out because it was winter and I was just hunkering down in my basement. So I wasn't really reaching out. And yeah, and so once I did,
I call that my winter coat.
yeah, you know what?
You gotta put that winter coat on, you know what I mean?
Extra pounds, right?
Yeah.
And hide away.
Right.
Once I joined, it was like immediate. Like I learned, okay, this isn't necessarily just about the cool workouts that they have, which they were really cool, but like it was more about that community building and talking to adults and not just my children that were home with me. And then, yeah, also the kids were able to play afterwards and they made their own little friends, and it was really cool. So it was definitely one of those like eye-opening moments. And then I moved here right from Kansas, and I knew when I moved here there wasn't going to be a SLAM because I had looked ahead. And so I was kind of upset about that, but I was like, whatever, I'll just do the virtual SLAM that they have, which is an option if you don't have a community near you. And that's great. And I definitely, you know, like I continued to do the workouts. I got to know some of the girls, but I got here and the one thing that I just kept hearing over and over was I can't do anything with my kids. There's no childcare. There's no like fun activities during the day. I can't go to the gym. And it was just a recurring, like everybody was saying it. And so I just kind of thought, okay, this is a need. It has to come here. And so.
Oh yeah. I like it. So did you initiated it then to be here in Germany? Yeah.
Yes. So once I stopped fighting it, which I also fought at the beginning, once I stopped fighting the fact that I was like, no, I was just going to relax this year because it's my first year with all of my kids in school. And so I have the day technically to myself. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to take this year to figure out, you know, like what I want to do with my time. And then everybody's like, no, Chrissy, this is your year to build. And so it was just, there were so many signs. It was just constant. So I decided, all right, it's worth it. I'm going to try it out. So yeah, push forward.
So when did you actually get it rolling, get it started, getting people in the class and stuff? When did that happen?
So April 10th was our grand opening day. And so I'm not going to lie, it was cold. It's definitely part of the cold season. And we've only had to cancel one class because of the cold from that time. For the most part, though, we're outdoors. And so, you know, rain or shine, we do have a location to hit up when it rains, which is nice. But yeah, since April, we've been going pretty strong.
Okay, sweet. And so you're like, are you the first one to like bring SLAM overseas? Is that?
No. So Thankfully, I wasn't the first. I had some guidance. There's actually one over in Wiesbaden. And then they just opened this summer one in Stuttgart as well. And there's one in Vicenza as well, down in Italy. I forgot.
Okay, cool. I just got back from Stuttgart. So it's a cool area. It's very spread out. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, so let's back up a little bit then. Tell me, like you said that you've been pushing or holding back, I guess I should say, on actually initially starting it over here. So tell me exactly then, who is this for? Like who is like it sounds like when you got there, you've kind of found your tribe, you know what I mean?
That is the truth. Yeah. So, I mean, it's designed for moms, pregnant, postpartum, anywhere in between, thinking about being a mom, not a mom, maybe even a dad. We currently have some pregnant mamas, some toddler mamas, some school-age mamas, and we have what we call a SLAD, which is sweat like a dad, because he's a stay-at-home dad. So he's also been one of our frequent members. It's pretty much for anyone. We're able to make modifications and progressions for pretty much all fitness levels, but we're going to have children on site. So it's just, like if you don't have kids, you have to hopefully enjoy children because there's going to be a lot of them around. I think it's for almost everybody. We make those modifications because, when you're going through pregnancy or you just had a baby, your body's not quite ready to do a full workout. And so we make sure that you're not going too fast too soon. And we also know that a lot of people haven't worked out in a long time, and just coming back to it. So the same thing, don't do fast too soon. You got to ease into these things.
In terms of the actual workouts, like how is it different from just like showing up into a gym and taking a class at the gym or something like that? Is there like a specific program that you guys are following, or does SLAM come up with its own workout programs for this business? And like, how does that work?
Yeah, great question. I mean, honestly, whenever I go into a gym, I'm super overwhelmed. Like if I just walk into a gym and see all the equipment, as much knowledge as I have on, fitness and all the training I've done, it's just one of those, like, I feel like people are watching me and it makes me uncomfortable. And so I always enjoy going to classes, and I still attend classes at the gym here in Grafenwoehr. I think classes are just easier for people to just walk in and follow the lead, essentially, just do what I do kind of thing. And that's helpful. And then the one thing that we do, we definitely don't have a training schedule. We kind of vary each class, and we build on, honestly, we love themes. We make a lot of things fun because not only are we trying to entertain, like keep you motivated to keep going, but like, the kids are watching. And so we involve the kids sometimes. We need to move around a lot because the kids are in the strollers, and we don't want them just sitting still the whole time because they get bored and then it's harder to work out. So I think we make it a lot more fun just because we have the ability to move more and include the kids.
It sounds like it's a workout for both the adult and the kid. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it is. Yeah, we definitely, the kids are supposed to be in their strollers during the workout. That's for their safety, especially when we have weights around, because we do use weights. But honestly, there's a lot of times where if we're not doing the weights or we're like cooling down at the end and stretching, like they definitely are getting involved. We've had some different play groups with the children that they are doing little workouts themselves. We want to encourage, a life of like healthy living. So
for sure,
that starts at a young age. If they can see us doing it, they're going to want to do it themselves.
Okay. So where do you guys meet, and what do people need to bring with them?
Okay. So we meet on post in Tower Barracks. It's building 244, which if you're familiar with like ACS, housing, the ID office, transportation, that's like a giant parking lot near the gate. I honestly don't remember the number. 6?
3.
3. Thank you. I'm like, I always call it the McDonald's gate.
Yeah, exactly. That
near
one.
The McDonald's gate. So basically everyone parks in the back of that parking lot, and then we walk across the street to the basketball court. So we just hang out at the basketball court, 9 a.m., Monday through Friday.
Every week?
Yeah, now we just started every week, Monday to Friday. So we're going to be there pretty much every day.
Okay. And
they would bring their mat, if they have a yoga mat, some like dumbbells as weights, water, stroller for their kids, snacks, toys if they want their kids to have that. whatever it's going to take to make them be entertained. But if you don't have a mat, if you don't have weights, we have all these extras for you. So
okay, I was going to ask, like, if people have never worked out before or something, or they want to get started right after they had a pregnancy or something, and they don't even know how much weight to bring, I was just going to ask.
It's a hard question, because typically we go from like 5s to 12s. That's where our normal range is for most of our members. But honestly, maybe you're just starting out and you're not ready to do the weights. I feel like body weight exercises are perfect for that. You don't need to have them, or you can take something super small. We have some like 3s, and we have some people that bring, like I said, there's that sled that comes. He brings his super heavy weights, which is pretty crazy, but they're like 45s or whatever. So it's just, you can make it whatever you want it to be. You put in whatever you want to get out.
Right. And tell me, and you might have already mentioned this, but how long do you work out for?
Yeah, so it's a 60-minute workout. Typically it's about 5 to 10 minutes of like a warm up. We do have like a run or a walking route that we take. We have multiple different stations, and then a 5 to 10 minute cool down. So
okay.
Most of the time after class, the moms will hang out like at the playground too, bring their kids over, kind of like they've earned this some time on the playground because they sat so kindly in the strollers. And then, they get to chat with other moms and kind of just hang out. And it's nice to build that community.
Yeah. And these are free classes, or it's paid, or how does that work?
Good question. So the first class is always free. We want you to come and check it out, see if it's a good fit for you, basically. But after that class, we have a few different plans, basically, depending on whether you're going to come frequently or just, every once in a while. There's like class passes. We have 1, 5, or 10. And then there's an unlimited plan that you can get for the whole month, which will let you come for pretty much as much as you want. You can come every single day if you'd like.
Okay, I'll put all the links to any of your socials, the website, and all that stuff. I'll put that in the description of the video so people can easily learn more information. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do have another question for you.
Good.
So I now that we know it's all kind of spreading out around Germany, what about longevity, right?
Yeah.
So maybe kind of touch on if there's any job opportunities or volunteer opportunities within SLAM, and then the follow-on question is, how do we make sure that, when you leave and you PCS, that there's still longevity within this program, and that we can continue to make it grow, and then we can continue to have people engaged with the program?
Such a good question. So there's opportunities to volunteer, especially within our membership, because there's always, events that need to be planned, or if you enjoy like creating play groups, or maybe we would love to have a future book club. Also, if you are, like thinking about coaching, we can always talk about that too. But that longevity thing is huge. Obviously, in a military community, there's such a high likelihood that someone's going to be moving, and myself included. So there's a few options there. Obviously, I don't want to close this business down. That's not something I want to do at all. If I can't find somebody to hand the business over to, I can still run it from a distance and just have someone on site like manage it. But I'm pretty sure I have a few people in mind that would be interested in taking it when it's time to pass it along. I'm still here for another year, so Good. I'm not overly concerned. I might be longer than a year. I don't really know at this point. We're just going year by year. Yeah, it's not going to disappear. We're going to keep it alive. Good.
And then I hope to. I mean, we're going to be here indefinitely.
I know, crazy.
Right, which is nice. But this is why I think it's important to have like these spouse spotlight things for people that are trying. Like, there's a lot of spouses that come over here and they want to start something, right? And they want to, and so they want to spearhead certain things, and then it's tough for them to for the longevity part. You know what I mean? And so I love to be able to highlight these types of things so that the new spouses that come over here, in the next couple years can see that, oh, there's already this thing going on, and you can get involved super easily instead of starting from scratch. You know what I mean? So that's cool that you guys want to continue to make it grow and for people to continue to do it while they're stationed here, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's something, I don't foresee anything in the near future with childcare getting better. So I think it's something that's going to continue to be an issue. And I think that we're going to prosper because of it. I mean, sadly, but for childcare thing, but yeah.
Right. Okay. And then tell me, I'm kind of curious, you found your tribe. I would assume that you're making a lot of good friends with this stuff. Do you guys do more than just like working out? Do you guys like get together on the weekends or travel together or anything like that?
Yeah, awesome question. Yeah. So with our members, we open wide to like, hanging out anytime you really want at the playground afterwards or making any kind of events. But we have set events every single month. We always have a mom's night out, and we always have a specific like kid play group. And then over the summer, we were doing some hikes as well to check out the, local area and get together and just hang out and have a beer.
If there was any like frequently asked questions that people commonly message you about or ask you while you're there at the workouts that you can think of, anything that we can cover right now?
So inclement weather. So that's the biggest one. Like
okay.
They're like, what do we do in the rain or what do we do in the snow? So when it rains outside, we have a location. We go out to Camp Aachen, which is right off Tower Barracks, like in between Tower Barracks and Vilseck and Rose Barracks. So Camp Aachen has some shelters for us. So we're still outdoors. We're still doing our thing. We're just kind of covered from the rain, which is awesome. In the snow time, we haven't secured completely, but we are just not quite. We're almost under contract. We will be indoors. And so there will be no outdoor from like November through probably April. Well, till April, because it's just too risky. We don't want to have those babies outside in the super cold. I mean, we could work out easily because we'll warm up, but they're just sitting in their strollers, and so it's just not encouraged.
Yeah, blame it on the babies. Yeah,
it's too cold.
The babies to be cold or anything.
Of course not.
However, have you heard about how the Germans, they leave their babies in the strollers outside in the cold weather?
No way.
Oh my gosh, you haven't heard about that?
I mean, I've heard about them saying that no weather is bad weather, and you have to be prepared. But
it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. I'll probably get some Germans to comment on this on the video. Gosh. But so this quick story. At my last house, I didn't know about this really. I'd heard about it, but I didn't know about it until I was at my last house, and I went home.
Oh no, I see where this is
middle of winter, and there's a baby in a stroller, and the baby's just like out of the stroller, like, and I'm like, what is going on here? So I went inside and mind my own business.
Of course.
Came out like, I don't know, 30 minutes later just to see what was going on. And the baby's still out there, like kind of whimpering. So I'm like, I feel like I needed to do something.
Right. Oh gosh.
I knocked on her door and I was like, your baby is outside. And she just kind of looked at me like, and then I went back in my house. But then I talked to some friends later on that are German that told me that that's how they kind of acclimate to the weather.
I mean, it makes sense. I feel like maybe Eskimos did that up in the north as well. Like, I don't know.
Culture shock.
It's one of those. Yeah. We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
We'll go to a certain degree, but not that far.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, look, that's really all I had, Chrissy. I appreciate your time. Unless you have anything else, I will go ahead and leave all the links and stuff down in the description so that people can get involved. And also send me the Wiesbaden and Stuttgart stuff too, because I get people from all over the Germany watching the video.
That's awesome. They'll love that.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Chrissy, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.